10 Best Picks presents the top 10 best snow boots. Starting at number 10. Nordiv 8 Men's Waterproof. These hiking snow boots from Nordiv keep feet warm all day, according to reviewers who wear them on the job for several hours at a time. Says one. Terrific boot in snow and on the ice. I wear mine for work all day long, getting in and out of my vehicle and walking up and down numerous unshoveled walks and drives. My feet remain warm and dry all day. This reviewer, who works in a freezer, agrees. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. Merrell Men's Mob. Customers like how comfortable these Merrell boots are, especially for walking in the snow. They grip the ground in the snow very well, one reviewer writes, explaining, I live in an area where it snows fairly often and it just stacks up, and these boots kept my feet dry walking through the deep snow. Another reviewer describes the traction as awesome. I have walked through many very icy sidewalks and trails and managed to stay upright. They're warm, too, according to this reviewer who works at a ski resort. These boots have been really wonderful. Other snow boots have made my feet hurt while not keeping them warm. My Merrell boots have been keeping my feet warm, dry, and comfortable now into my second winter season. Another reviewer says they wore them during the polar vortex and swears, the only part of my body that was warm in the -40 wind chill temp was my feet. As this reviewer, who bought a pair for her husband, sums it up. He works 16-hour days in all elements, walking over 10,000 steps per day. Number 8 of my list. Columbia Men's Newton Ridge Plus 2. Although these Columbia boots are technically hiking boots that were actually also featured in our roundup of the best hiking boots for men, they are versatile and work well for a variety of purposes, including as an everyday work boot. I walk many miles each day through different terrain for at least 12 hours a day with no trouble. This boot is as light as a sneaker and durable. I have had these boots almost completely submerged in water multiple times in the cold with no leaks. This customer agrees. Do yourself a favor and get these boots if you work on your feet daily as I do. They're durable, too, as this reviewer writes. I bought these a few years ago and have used them every day in the winter and fall. The shoes are still going strong. I've traveled with them and have worn them in snow and heavy rain. I use them for hiking, gardening, and everyday wear. Coming at number 7. UGG Men's Australia Butte. Lots of reviewers praise the comfort of these faux fur-lined boots, with one describing it as first-rate. The lining gives this boot extra cushion. Another reviewer says, this may be the most comfortable boot you will ever put on your feet. And still another writes, love everything, like stepping into a cloud. The lining also keeps feet warm and toasty. The sheepskin keeps your feet very warm and looks stylish at the same time. Others agree, with one customer calling them excellent boots for the cold weather and snow during the winter, especially when commuting on public transportation and having to walk several blocks in the cold. Your feet never get cold in these boots. Another agrees, saying, I am a technician that is either on my feet all day or driving in a company vehicle that has inadequate heat where the temp goes down to 0 in the northeast. My feet are warm and very comfortable all day in them. At number 6. Kamik Men's Nishamplas Boot. While all these winter boots are meant to be worn in snow, these Kamik boots scored high marks for being great for trudging through deep snow drifts and extremely cold temperatures. Nearly 400 reviewers note how impressed they are with how warm these boots keep their feet in extreme weather. Right after I purchased them, we had snow and a below-zero cold spell. I had to scoop snow in -10-degree weather with wind chills approaching -40, and my feet never even began to get cold. It was the first time in memory that I was able to be out in that type of weather and not have cold feet. Agrees another, I've tested the boots in -22 degrees for several hours while working on my farm in southern Minnesota and found them to be almost as warm as my -100-degree ice fishing boots and much more comfortable. They're also comfortable and stable, as this reviewer notes. They are comfortable to walk in, even with a blown knee. They have a better sole than the other boots I looked at. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Skechers Men's Relment. Unlike the lightweight Columbia winter boots above, these Skechers boots are just ankle height, but they still provide excellent ankle support, according to one reviewer. Plus, he says they're so comfortable, it almost feels like walking on a cloud. And many more reviewers say the weight of the shoes is why they're so comfortable. One customer owns other Skechers, but none are as light as these. I couldn't get over how lightweight they are, he writes. He plans to use them on a hike in Colorado over the winter and thinks they'll be perfect for his short-term trip. But a third customer wears them every day at work and calls them perfect. He runs a donkey sanctuary and is on his feet all day. These boots are so comfortable and have allowed me to feel good for my 12-plus-hour days, he writes. Coming in at number 4 of my list. Columbia Men's Bugaboot Plus 3. These boots are super light. I felt like I was wearing a pair of sneakers, says one reviewer. And lots of others agree, including this reviewer who writes that they are very lightweight, so it doesn't even really feel like you have bulky boots on, which is a win. They're very comfortable, too, and didn't require much break-in for my feet, according to another. A mail carrier writes, there's no breaking in period, they're already comfy, and my feet are picky, too. Another reviewer says, I have walked through lots of snow and ice in these, and they were nice and toasty. He adds that they're waterproof, too. I have used them for snow blowing and snow shoveling for hours, and I haven't had any issues with water entering the shoe. Reviewers also note that for a winter boot, they look nice, like this one who says, the boots look great and do not have the appearance of the typical big and clumpy. At number 3. Muck Boot Arctic Sport Rubber. The height of these Muck boots make them particularly well suited for cold and wet conditions. My feet stayed warm on the coldest winter days here in Michigan. The height of the boots is excellent, as it covers the ankles and most of the calves, so they stay warm too, one reviewer writes, adding, it is nice to be able to walk through a puddle 6 inches deep and still have dry feet. This customer agrees, describing them as warm, waterproof, and you don't have to lace them. The high sides are especially nice because they minimize accidentally kicking snow into your boot as you walk. But for as warm as they are not sweaty, a bonus that several reviewers noted, including this one who says, my feet are so toasty in these. They don't sweat and they certainly don't get cold. Another reviewer agrees. Nearing the top of my list. At number 2. Kamik Men's Greenbay 4. Reviewers love these Kamik boots for how dry and warm they keep their feet. I can play in the snow for hours and never feel cold, says one. Another writes, they are rated for 40 below and are very warm. 100% waterproof with tough outer shell and strong treads. These will handle tough Nebraska winters no problem. The removable felt liner is another feature that customers appreciate. The inside liner is toasty warm and removable for machine washing drying, if need be, one writes. They're also comfortable and easy to put on and remove due to their high pull-on style, a sentiment echoed by dozens of reviewers, including this one, who writes that they're great for large-footed boys who don't have the tomato lace-up boots. Overall, they are a solid choice for the winter, as this reviewer concludes. These are the best winter shoes I've ever had. And number 1. Timberland Men's White Ledge Mid. Hundreds of 5-star reviewers describe these Timberland boots as waterproof, including one who says, I hiked through mud, snow, and water, and my feet stayed completely dry. Another reviewer attests, I've had no issues with tromping through streams and deep snow with these. Durable is another word that comes up in hundreds of reviews, including this one, from a customer who's on his second pair of these boots. My first pair lasted me almost 10 years. That's 10 years of hiking, hunting, dog walking, Michigan winters, shoveling snow, chopping wood, etc. He also describes them as more comfortable than any tennis shoe that I've ever worn, and that sentiment is echoed by other reviewers, including this one who says they're also versatile and stylish enough that they can be worn to the office. These shoes are not only tough, but good looking. I've worn these things to work about 90% of the time due to the comfort derived from them. As this reviewer sums it, these boots are completely awesome. Light as a feather. Comfortable and warm. Look good too. Really fantastic boot. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.